Hi, this is Sunset Mashi, and this is going to be a sort of pre-lunar eclipse reading, because I heard the lunar eclipse is coming up on the 27th, so I'm not sure if that's tonight or if that's like tomorrow night, but regardless, this is just before the lunar eclipse, so I wanted to do some messages from the lunar eclipse, and it's also a full moon. So I think if I were going to have you guys choose based off of crystals, I would have brought them over here, but I did not. So in fact, this fortune came with the card, just how it was stacked on the things when I was moving it over. But overall, this vibe, the lunar eclipse messages, is going to be related to this fortune, which says, commitment is what turns a promise into reality. So, I guess this reading is for those of you who are looking for some sort of commitment, whether that's commitment to a job, commitment to a relationship, some form of commitment that you're looking for, or just commitment to yourself, like trying to, like, you know, when you say you're going to do something and you make sure you do it, something like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and have picking out of 4 readings, 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, 3. So I'm going to put a theme for readings 1, 2, and 3. So instead of picking well, you'll pick a number, but it'll be more like theme. The theme for reading number 1 is going to be dreams, whatever that means to you. The reading for number 2 is completion, success, new beginnings. That's reading number 2. And number 3, this is pretty straightforward, love. So if you're looking for a love reading specifically, you know how my readings go. Pretty much everything ends up being about love. But 1 should be more dream focused. 2 should be more completion, beginning, cycles focused, like ambition perhaps. And 3 is definitely matters of the heart focused, is how I feel about that. So yeah, whichever ones you pick, or if you pick all 3, or if they all end up being the same messages, guess we'll find out. But these are going to be messages before the full moon and lunar eclipse. And so this is kind of like where things are going, / messages from the moon. And then I'm kind of going to put a reading out after the full moon and lunar eclipse to see where the energies went, because I really like to do that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started with reading number 1. And I actually do want to write down these cards so I can pick them out later. Well, this one's just going to come out, so then world and heart chakra. Alright, so we're going to get started with reading number 1. I think I know how I want this to go. So, dragonfly, dreams. In the physical world, I'm hearing to move, that your dream is about moving on from some sort of situation. I'm hearing the desire to travel. I'm hearing the desire to spread your light. The dream to spread your positivity everywhere you go. to open up. I feel like a dream you're having is about opening up. This moving on energy I'm hearing is more so about being closed up and wanting to open up and share your light with the world, and to go see the world, and to move on from a previous situation, a previous heart space, a previous mindset, just everything. It's kind of like the Prince of Swords in this deck, where you're just trying to leave the past behind and move on to the future, or maybe even the present. Emotionally, perhaps sexually, I am hearing, and I said that because I'm going with the chakras, and the sacral chakra, the orange chakra, is about your emotions. Is where like, which includes like obviously sexual feelings. It's all of your feelings, and so I guess all of your feelings. You know, I'm hearing it's less like less people driven and more self driven. Your emotions right now. Maybe, so some concepts about that would be like self-love, self-care, treating your body like a temple, but also like stepping it up. It's kind of like wanting to step it up and put in effort with feeling and with passion. It's like you want to feel passion with what you're doing in the physical world. So, yeah. I'm hearing it's difficult to have fun because there's a lot of heartache, there's a lot of pain trapped within that, within your is it solar plexus? Yeah, within your solar plexus chakra, within your ambitions, within your dreams. So it's kind of like feeling, you have this feeling of, you have all this like emotion, maybe even just getting turned on by the idea of being like a hard worker in the material world, making your own money, like producing your life, like, you know, like manifesting your reality, all that stuff. Like it's like a big turn on, yes. And I'm hearing like a big problem, like a challenge behind that is that there's a lot of heartache behind your ambitions. Maybe there's a lot of feeling like you had ambitions and they got shot down, or you got stabbed in the back whenever you had a good idea, or ideas that you felt were good. I believe, yeah, that sometimes you might feel like, oh, here's an idea, and then you like say it to someone and they're like, that's stupid, and then like boom, a sword gets put into your heart, you know? So like usually this heartache for me when I read this is about like heartache from like love, but I'm hearing heartache of love about dreams and ambitions and like who you are and how you like are as a person, just like in the physical world. Maybe even about reflections about how you view yourself, things like that. Let's see, something, yeah, to really speak up about is how you feel about yourself. I feel like you want to communicate the way you feel. I feel like with throat chakra, and I had a feeling it's going to be about the cups, something that may be a blockage as well behind this is how you feel about yourself, or maybe a way people are making you feel, and you need to communicate that as the Princess of Cups. I really hope the camera's on all this, but let's see. With this, the world, wow. Yeah, I was thinking with third eye, or, oh, that's your heart space. Your heart space is your emotions, that makes sense. Sorry, so in your heart, well, overall it's the same message, and speaking up, I still feel that with the swords. But this is your throat chakra, sorry. Throat chakra is about maybe verbalizing to the world what you want, maybe like asking the universe for guidance, or speaking to the universe for like, hey, okay, I'm kind of like ready for a completed cycle with all of this. That sort of deal. And then Yeah, throat chakra. And, you know, speak up about, like, wanting this cycle to end, wanting this heartache to end, wanting the mistreatment to end, you know? So, and, like, speaking up about what you're dreaming about. I feel like you have dreams, and it's okay to speak about them and say that these dreams can start anew. Like, maybe before I felt that dreams of mine couldn't come true, or that I had limitations. By I mean you, sorry. But maybe now, what the cycle you're looking for is a new cycle where you say everything is possible. And then the third eye, I feel like there's a lot to learn with the third eye. I feel like meditation might be a really good time during this like full moon energy and lunar eclipse for you, and maybe just for everyone in general. You know, I should take that advice. I haven't done some third eye meditation in a while. And in terms of connected to the universe, this one, the Tower. I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you something needs to come down, something needs to break down so that a stronger, healthier foundation can be built. That is some sort of message with crown chakra that I feel Spirit is kind of guiding you with you, or maybe saying to you something. Maybe you already feel this or have felt that connection that this needs to happen, this Tower moment. Maybe even your relationship with the universe for some of you, but for many of you, I think just overall it's just a Tower moment in general. Ooh, yeah, and to also, like, this is also another message, like, you know, this isn't just Spirit saying, hey, you gotta do this. This is Spirit saying, like, hey, you are doing this. Like, you're on the path you're meant to be on, and you're healing in your own due time, and everything's going to be okay. The Star is like a destiny card. Destiny in the sense that you're in alignment with your own true self, with your higher self, I mean, with the path you're on. You may be feeling stuck with your energy. You might be finding that you're catching yourself in these similar thought processes of loops, but overall you are determined to break these patterns, and that overall that is occurring. And I do see this Queen of Wands, and I did see a Cups energy, an Eight of Wands, Ace of Cups, a renewal of emotions, a new beginning with like how you feel about something or someone. I'm hearing someone because Five of Wands comes out, and that's a conflicts card, but this could just be someone as in another aspect of yourself that you're in conflict with and that you are balancing out. With this, with the Chariot, I'm hearing I don't know what I was hearing from that. It's quite a mystery. For some of you, this is about another person that perhaps you're going to have a coming together, a resolution, a fresh beginning, a fresh start, and you're determined for that sort of destiny, that sort of dream of yours. And for others of you, or maybe still the same people, it's also about yourself and coming to terms with yourself and having resolution with yourself and a new beginning with yourself, where you see the beauty in your own gifts and your own power, and feel as though you truly deserve everything you want in life. With the Moon, it's just there's so much anxiety and so much uncertainty that you might have with all this energy. So yeah, to make sure I've got time for readings 2 and 3, I think that's all the messages I'm getting for reading number 1. I would love to use the love deck, but I really am feeling this is more so about some other things. So yeah, and I'm setting love and light. I'm excited to see where this goes. Oh yeah, well yeah, that is what I mean. Let's see, any messages left? There's 2. Deception, 7 of Swords and 4 of Swords. There's some sort of energy where maybe there's something that isn't being completely you're not being entirely honest about, or someone else isn't being entirely honest about. There's some sort of energy where you're feeling deception with your own thoughts, some sort of patterned way of thinking that when you catch yourself in there, there's something in there that you're like, something's not true, something's a lie perhaps. And what am I hearing from that regarding this deck? I am hearing Chaos and Summon. Maybe you're wondering if this is you, that you're the one creating the problems, you're the one creating this chaos, but I'm hearing that that is the illusion, that is the deception, that you are beautiful the way you are, that yes, things need to change on who you are. Everyone's always needing to change and grow and go through death cycles, yes, but that's the loop energy. Yes, you gotta change who you are all the time because we're always changing. That, yeah, there are things about who you are, who you were in those moments that, yeah, sure, if you were a higher version of yourself at that time, maybe it would have been different, but no, I'm hearing Seven of Swords, the deceptive energy, is that there are things outside of your control that have to do with it too, that nothing is entirely your fault. It's a two-way street. So this is Spirit saying, please don't put all the blame on yourself in whatever conflicts may have been going on, whether that's with you or within yourself. Oh, sorry, I meant whether that's with a person or within yourself, or both. So yeah, that's my final message. Ooh, this is going to be a message about reading number 2. So yeah, sending love and light. Excited to see where all this energy goes. Peace out. I'm going to see how much time I've got. Ow. Okay, 15.5 minutes. So yeah, I might have to split this into 2 parts, depending on how long these last 2 readings go. So reading number 2 was the World card. Gotta find it. There it is. Okay. This is about dreams, ambitions, so, or like, cycles that you're wanting. I'm hearing it's about love. This is a love reading. Lust and the world. I feel like you're wanting a new beginning regarding love. It's like you're feeling pretty ready for it. There's things restricting you from it with the devil as a backbone here. For this partnership, this, perhaps I see the sun as a twin flame card, or just like a very yin and yang, very well balanced between you and another card. Very, very positive balance, but there's some things that maybe both of you in this situation are trapped in. There's some sort of, it's either addictions or ways that you are, or things that keep you both bound to something. You guys are both bound to something. Not bound to each other per se, but you're bound to something just in general, whether that's your own addiction or something. I'm hearing it's something you know that you haven't spoken about, and it's something that maybe you might even feel shameful about, but I'm hearing that not to, basically, that you're beautiful the way you are, and that it's just a part of your a part of your physical self, a part of your ego, a part of the body that came with you in this world, and that there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm hearing that you can free yourself, and so can this other person, and that may be a central theme to creating this new beginning with that partnership, with that person, this new, like, fresh start to that relationship. Whew. Wow. Pretty intense. Those are all the cards that are going to come out of this deck. This card wants to come out. Observe. This is the world again. Wow. I'm pretty sure. Wait, no. I think it might be something. Wheel of Fortune, actually, which I associate with the world. Let me see. No. This is actually the Hanged Man. That makes sense. The Hanged Man is understanding at this point, time of contemplation, understanding there's seasons to everything, that maybe perhaps right now may not be the time. But if you are feeling that you're going towards a season of that time, I'm hearing your intuition is correct. Your intuition with that is indeed correct. I see a 2 here and a 2 with the High Priestess. I'm seeing how this is going to kind of go. I'm going to associate a number with each of these cards, is the way I feel. Let me see where the camera's at with all this. Yeah, that's alright. That's pretty good. Okay. I'll try to move it a bit more over this way, I think. Was right. Okay. So, and it ended up reversed, so it's really about freeing yourself to let all these corners kind of connect. Seek. We get 9. Ooh, this one's going to the sun. That's my number. And also IX is 9. This is 19. But seek. So this partnership, it's not about going to the partnership, but rather letting the partnership come to you. Allowing that energy to come to you. This isn't about really the physical world partnership, like not like, well, sort of. It's kind of like waiting for them to communicate with you if you're going through separation. but it's also letting the energy to like to seek it like this, you know, like really feel the energy, really meditate and feel your if this is a twin flame connection, to feel your divine feminine or divine masculine. Though I'm feeling for most of us who watch these videos that you guys might mostly be divine feminines. That seems to be the like sort of pattern or statistic, I guess. I don't know. But 8. This one I'm hearing is gonna go here. This one's about inner strength. This is about having the courage to face what it is that you're ashamed of, and to have that strength to confront and talk about it, whether that's to your twin flame or your soulmate or whoever this interest is, or whether that's to friends. No matter who it is, if there's something that is making you feel restrained or ashamed about, no matter how small or big, or how relevant or irrelevant, I do have a feeling it might have to do with sexuality, because this lust card has been here for some time. But, you know, it could be anything else too. Let's see. 18 and 40. Yeah, so I'm just hearing like it really could just be regarding something about your sexuality, whether it's something you're into, your kinks, anything like that, anything you may be ashamed of, or addictions, maybe drugs, something that you're like, you have a lust for that you feel like you shouldn't. This is Spirit's way of saying like, hey, it's okay that you have that, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just light and dark are both beautiful in their own way. Personally, I'm a pretty big fan of dark, to be honest. From like an observer's point of view, I'm not like one to really like get into. Well, yes, I am. Like in my own ways, like sexually, I guess. But like the point is, dark and light both have a place. And I'm hearing it's time to accept all aspects of yourself. So I'm gonna, let's see. This one. Ooh, clarity of belief, 1. And there's a 1 there. And I had a feeling it was the top left corner. Yeah, having this mental clarity, this great understanding, I'm hearing is gonna have a lot to do with this cycle beginning, or cycle completing as well. This understanding that it's the Ace of Swords. It's like really knowing and understanding where you're at and where things are, just with this connection, that strong understanding. This one, 14, and yeah, I was associating that with this one, 14, just because after you reach 10, there's 4 more cards for the court cards, for Page, Knight, Queen, and King of any suit, you know, so 4. So it was really interesting how that came out, and it was the 4th and final corner. Oh yeah, because it's 14, by the way. So yeah, yeah, a final thing is that this is kind of that piece that's beyond your control. This is finding balance within yourself, and your twin flame also finding balance within themselves, and to also pick up on your intuition and listen to the messages from the universe about creating balance, peace, and harmony within yourself, with the connection, finding ways to communicate to your twin flame, not like deliberately, but like to really feel it and connect with your twin flame and to hear your twin flame without the material world, through your own intuition, and maybe in the material world, reading beyond the lines, reading between the lines, stuff like that, that if you do see them in the material world, whether that's social media, or whether that's literally seeing them, or whether it's seeing pictures or items that remind you of them, you know, it's like reading the messages beyond it of what they're truly feeling, and to also understand that nothing meets the eye. What's the term? It's like basically like, let's say you see them on social media and oh, they're having this great time or this bad time. It's kind of saying that like beyond that, there's always something more that you can't always pick up on just through social media. But I am hearing that maybe through these intuitive messages, you are hearing success and growth in both their life and your life, that you are both growing to be the people you want to be and are striving to be. So that's really beautiful. Let's see, aside from this lust, what is something else that may help with this free energy? Focus. Really focus. I'm hearing concentrate. I'm hearing to really put in the strength, the go take that extra leap, that effort, that focus of like, hey, like you may have anxiety within, but I'm hearing like to overcome that anxiety with focus and to speak what it is that you need to speak about. I'm hearing with Ace of Swords, clarity, belief that you know what it is that you need to speak about. Strength again, yeah, there's some sort of inner strength and courage that you really gotta focus in on and really like get a grasp on, like really hone in on that strength within. Find it deep within. Like the focus is to like meditate perhaps, or like close your eyes and like literally soul search within, really deep within yourself to find that strength to either communicate this thing that you're ashamed about, or just maybe even communicate in general. So yeah, that's the reading I get for reading number 2. Let's see. Any additional messages from the lunar eclipse or from the moon universe? Whale. Record. This is record keeping. This is like being a journalist. So maybe you want to write down your thoughts. Maybe this is about writing what you feel, believe, think. Start writing journals or diary entries, things like that. Start keeping record of the memories. Understand that these are all memories that letting go means to kind of always remember and hold a place for that in your heart and everything, but to also swim and keep going. Like you'll swim in the ocean, and anywhere in the ocean you're always like, if the ocean is memories, no matter where you are, they will always be with you, that sort of thing. So it's like understanding you're always connected to this star no matter where you are. So hope that resonated. 27 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make another video for reading number 3, so there will just be a link to that. So I guess I'll finish with a couple more messages, honestly, since I've got the time. And by the time I mean a few minutes. Is there any more? There's the deer. So I'm hearing to let go of fear. That might be what the inner strength you need is to, no matter how much fear you feel, to kind of like overcome it. Overcome your fears and learn that you can, there's nothing that nothing can stop you from who you are, from your path. That you are always a gentle spirit, and you can walk into situations innocently and openly with an open heart, even when you're bleeding, you know, like even with an open wound, and you'll come up with your offer of love. Like you'll, like basically it's like learning how to always be gentle is what I'm hearing. And crow, that, yeah, like love the shadow aspect within yourself. Treat it with kindness. Treat yourself with kindness. And I like that we got 444. We literally got 3 4s. I had a feeling it was gonna happen like that. See, over here we got 41. Over here we got 4, and over here we got 24. So yeah, and I like how we got a 2 and a 1, 21. My favorite number as well. So treat your shadow self kindly. Treat all aspects of yourself that you might feel as a quote-unquote weakness or a darkness or whatever it is, because that's just a reflection of the light. Light and dark are the same thing. It's just whatever dark aspects you have within you are just, that's simply what you're more attracted to in the dark, and in the light you're more attracted to those in the light. Stuff like that. It's like every aspect of you is beautiful. Maybe perhaps stop being afraid of yourself. Stop being afraid of aspects of the world and of yourself. And this might all help you balance out. And I feel as though your twin flame may be on some sort of similar journey, but of course different. This is, you know, this isn't a twin flame reading. This is about you, really. Though, you know, we're always kind of curious about twin flames. So let's see, where is your twin flame at? And I see this card. Introspection is basically what I get. I feel like they're really looking within, and they're learning a lot. They're also daydreaming perhaps about you. and I feel like they're having a lot of pleasant experiences thinking about you. Like whether that's like thinking about you in bed or thinking about you just like daydreaming about you, whether that's in the day or the night, I really feel like there's a very strong sexual energy, sexual attraction, physical attraction, you know, towards you. And that's kind of where they're at right now. But they're also looking really deep within and reflecting on, like, I don't know, it's like they can't stop thinking about you, sort of. But at the same time, they're thinking about themselves and really trying to move forward. So yeah, hope these messages resonated. Yeah. Sending love and light. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you guys after the full moon and lunar eclipse to see where these energies go. So, yeah. Peace out.